and welcome, or welcome back. I'm Katie, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today, we're gonna cook something. I think most people are pretty well aware that travel really isn't much of an option right now. So today, we're gonna travel through cooking. And I know that's really cheesy, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And where have I chosen to start this food journey? I've chosen to start in the homeland, or my homeland anyway, of Minnesota. Now, what is Minnesota known for? At least known for food-wise in popular culture. Casseroles. Weird casseroles that we call hot dishes. Have you ever seen Marshall on How I Met Your Mother? All the weird dishes they made for family gatherings? Yeah, that's a pretty standard and running joke about Minnesota. That and the fact that everybody puts ketchup on everything, but I feel like that's actually kind of true. So what's in a hot dish? Well, it's kind of to each their own, and I think a lot of people have a recipe that their family has that they think is the best. So normally it's cream of something soup, whether that is mushroom, chicken, celery, I don't even know what else there is. Vegetables, either frozen or canned, meat, usually beef, and a starchy topping like tater tots or crunchy lo mein noodles or potato chips. That's also a popular one. So what kind of hot dish are we making today? We are making Tater Tot Hotdish, the most infamous of the hot dishes. At least that's what it seems like when people talk about hot dishes in Minnesota. They bring up tater tots, and I've never had it, so we're gonna make it. And yes, I did read on the internet that a lot of people do like to put ketchup on their hot dish, which I don't think I'm gonna be doing today. So I said we're traveling through food, so I suppose I should tell you a little bit about Minnesota. Its slogan is the land of 10,000 lakes. It's known for being very cold in the winter and being very close to Canada. We are very well known for our accent, which is similar to Canada. Let's see, I don't know, hockey. Where I'm from, it's well known for fishing, both in the summer and winter, hunting, outdoor activities, camping, wide open forests. There's also the Minneapolis and St. Paul area, which is wonderful. I lived there when I went to college. They're cool. They're small-ish cities compared to a lot of really large cities, but they have a statue of a spoon with a cherry on it. I don't know. And there's southern Minnesota, which I know has got a lot of farms and stuff, but I don't know much about southern Minnesota. So we're gonna start making this hot dish. Now, normally you would use about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of beef, and then 1 to 2 whole cans of soup. I don't need that much hot dish, especially because I'm probably going to be the only one eating it. So I'm going to make a mini version of the hot dish in a smaller pan. I'm going to cut the recipe about like 1/4 of it, I think, and I will make sure to put the full version recipe up on the screen if you want to see it, and I'll also link to one that I've been loosely following. But again, this is not something you really need to measure carefully for. It's kind of just a dump it in a bowl, mix it together, or layer it, and then put it in the oven. Okay, so first step, preheat your oven to 450. I've already done that in the interest of time. And then in the next step, you're gonna brown your ground beef, and then add a little bit of onion if you like that, and mix that around a little bit, cook that a little bit too, and then we're gonna put that in a bowl. So I've already done that, like I said, in the interest of time. So here we go. We have about 1/4 pound of ground beef and onion in the bowl. I am not going to do the layering method. I'm going to mix everything together. So next we are going to add our cream of soups. And I'm going to add part cream of chicken and part cream of mushroom just to jazz it up a little bit. And like I said, it's about 2 cans of soup for a full recipe. So I'm just gonna put some in here and see what it looks like. Probably like, just some of each of the can. This really doesn't need to be measured. try that. I hate wasting food, that's why I'm making a mini hot dish, but I'm not gonna use all this soup, 'cause it might be too much. And I'm gonna leave it like this for now because I do not want to over soup it. I'm gonna add my vegetables first. I'm gonna use frozen vegetables because I really hate the way canned vegetables taste. So we have corn and peas in the freezer right now, so that's what I'm gonna use. You could of course add anything you want, anything you think sounds good. Oh, that was really Minnesotan of me, by the way. Another thing Minnesotans are very well known for are our catchphrases like, "Oh," and "You betcha." So let's mix these in here. Might have been a little bit much on the vegetables, but we'll just add more soup. Hopefully it fits in my little pan. Yeah, just a little more. I think that seems like the right consistency, maybe. So next up, we're gonna add cheese. So people do cheese differently. They either mix it in, they layer it under the tater tots, or they put it on top of the tater tots. And I want the tater tots to be crispy, so I'm gonna mix it in here. And I'm gonna use cheddar cheese. The cheese you wanna use is up to you. There is no strict recipe here. And I don't remember how much cheese. I'm just gonna add whatever I feel like I want in there. I'll put it on the screen what the full recipe is. I think that looks good. Yeah. Midwestern cooking at its finest. I'm not actually like super excited. Well, I'm excited to try it, but I'm not sure what to expect. So just to make this maybe a tiny bit more exciting, I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoning in here. I have umami seasoning from Trader Joe's that I put on everything, which is probably very un-Minnesotan of me, but I don't know. I'm gonna offend people, but this seems kind of boring. Onion powder and garlic powder, that's much more acceptable, I'm sure, in the eyes of the hot dish purists. Okay, and then we are gonna put this in here and hope it fits. I think it's gonna fit. Push it down, get it even. And then the next step is to add the tater tots. Frozen tater tots. Usually people, I think, kind of just line them up along the entire hot dish in little rows like this. And again, just to spice it up, I'm gonna put a little bit of Lowry's on top because, I don't know, it just seems like a good idea. And that's the beauty of the hot dish. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay, so the final step for this is to put it in the oven at 450 for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put it in the oven and then we're gonna taste it. Tater Tot Hot Dish. Mini Tater Tot Hot Dish. So let's give this a try. I am probably not going to put ketchup on it though, so don't be expecting that. I am not apparently the most Minnesotan of the Minnesotans. So again, I'm probably going to be the only one eating this, so I don't see why I can't just eat it out of the pan, although it's probably still way too hot. Okay, I am really surprised. That's actually pretty tasty. I thought, honestly, that it was going to be bland and boring. but it is tasty. And I can totally see why people consider this comfort food. Yeah, it's good. The tater tots are crunchy, the vegetables are not overcooked. I think, honestly, that the mixture of the cream of chicken and cream of mushroom was the right decision. This is some Tater Tot Hotdish, Minnesota specialty. I feel extra Minnesotan now that I finally tried it. Thank you so much for joining me on this food adventure today, making Tater Tot Hotdish straight out of Minnesota. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I hope to come out with a lot more great videos in the near future. See you next time. Bye. I am still not putting ketchup on it though.